Hey guys, uh, I'm gonna try to keep this video quick. I know I've already done, I think, 2 videos on this, but I felt this topic needs more discussion. So this is gonna be another Avatar World video game discussion video. Um, so the first thing I want to talk about in this video, and I just kind of compiled a little list here I have on my phone of things that I was kind of thinking of. Um, let's see. Okay. The first thing is when you start out, I guess, in the video game, um, if you haven't already seen the first 2 videos, you should probably go see those because you might be lost because I might be making references to things that were already mentioned. So yeah, go check those out and then come back to this one if you want to. Okay. So I have starting nations and town. So what this basically means is you'll choose your character, you'll customize your character, and then and it'll be like fully customizable, like hairstyle, color, clothes, things like that. Or I said it will be fully customizable. Well, this is what I'm just saying. This is something that should be implemented into the game if this game is created, and I feel like it should be because it would definitely, from a market standpoint, make a lot of money, and from a consumer standpoint, be an epic game if it was made right with the right graphics and the right design that it deserves. Okay, so when you design your character, I was thinking you should be, or you should start out in your respective nation. So, like maybe if you were a firebender, because that's my favorite element, you would start out in like the Fire Nation capital, not the capital, or maybe just a town, or maybe the capital, I guess. And then you'd be in the Fire Nation. So if you went out in like the forest, like in the surrounding area, it would be Fire Nation territory. And once again, this isn't obviously nation versus nation because there's no conflict anymore. This is just, like I said, you need to watch the other videos if you haven't because you will be confused. Okay. So yeah, you'll start out in your own nation, and then you'll have access to like Fire Nation only like clothing and weapons and gear and stuff. So um, obviously, I mean, if you choose Fire Nation, that's what you'll have, and and respectively for Air Nation, Water Nation, and Earth. Or I guess it's Fire Nation, Air Nomads, Water Tribe, Earth Kingdom is how it goes. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to discuss that kind of I feel like people might be half and half on this. Um, First person versus third person. Um, so of course I'm talking about the gameplay. It would either be a first person shooter or not shooter, I guess, but first person adventure or third person. So what that means is if you don't know, if you're not, I don't know, if you don't know exactly what that means, first person is you're just seeing what your character would see from their point of view, from their eyes. So maybe your hand out in front of you with your fire on your hand if you're bending, or with a sword or something, or if with a chi blocking device if you're a non-bender. And like maybe when you're running, you'll see your hands go out in front of you. Something really cool that I really really liked. I think this is the only first person shot that we've ever had. Maybe in Avatar. I don't think there were any in Korra. This was the only one. It was in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it was in the last episode with the very last episode. It's when Zuko fights Azula. So after Zuko gets struck by, and you can look this up. You can look. I think it's the videos like. Just search Zuko versus Azula Agni Kai on YouTube or something, and you'll find it. And then you'll see. I mean, the whole video is worth watching. It's freaking epic. I mean, that battle is amazing. But getting off topic. But after Zuko gets struck by lightning because he jumps in the way, to defend Katara. He's on the ground, and I think a little while later, not a little while, but like a couple screens later, Katara starts running towards Zuko, and she has she's about to heal him, and she has water around, like on her hand, and she's like sprinting, and her arms come up, and like you can see the wall. It just looks so cool, and I'm sure if they did that in Korra, it would look even better because obviously the quality of animation in The Legend of Korra is phenomenal and better because they have better technology. But yeah, so that looked awesome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like I said, just check out the video, and I think you'll immediately see that. So that's first person. So for third person, that's like you see your whole character from like a slightly aerial, slightly kind of obtuse angle. You're kind of above them and to the back a little bit, and you'd see your entire character walking. And I want to talk about the pros and cons of this. So for the pros for first person, it just gives a really interesting view to your character. You can see their hands, you see what they see, and it gives a more personalized view, and I really like that. Then you have third person, which, or sorry, actually, we'll go to the cons of first person. So for the cons of first person, you have to turn you have to turn all the way around to see what's around you because of you're getting their view. And I'll kind of touch upon that back and in third person when I get to that. And then the other con is you can't see your character's gear or outfit because you're looking through their eyes, so you won't be able to see really your. I mean, I guess maybe you could look down or see your shoes or pants, maybe. So for third person, one of the pros, like I said, is you can see your own gear, you can see your person, and you don't have to look to the immediate. You don't have to kind of spin around because you're getting a small bird's eye view of your character for I guess maybe like a couple feet in game feet. Like I'm not sure, but you know you'll. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll know. You're getting a view of your character, and this is as far as gameplay goes, and not necessarily like the you know the storyline or the development of the game. This is just kind of like the kinematics and how the game would actually feel and work to the player, and this is these kind of benefits and cons, pros and cons. So there's that. So those are the pros, but for the cons, I don't know. Like it just I really like first person more because it's more personalized and it makes you feel, and especially first person cutscenes are just epic. Like whenever you have like debris or something, or like an explosion, you like put your arm up and it makes you feel like you're almost in the game. So I really like that. So my solution to this would be to have you could switch between first and third person. So there would be a button somewhere on, and so, I mean, let's just use Xbox for an example. This could be on PC, this could be on PlayStation. You know, this could be on anything. So maybe you could hit a button like either on your keyboard or a certain button on the Xbox or on the PlayStation, and that would switch from third to first person. And you could play to your liking. As far as cutscenes go, maybe if you're in third person, you'd have a third person cutscene. Like as you enter like say you're in first person and you enter the cutscene, your cutscene will be in first person. So they'd have to do, I guess, 2 cutscenes for each version for each cutscene because there's 2 formats, player formats. Okay, that kind of got technical. Sorry guys, I know some of you Avatar fans aren't really into gaming. You know, I'm into gaming, I'm into sports, I'm into Avatar. I'm trying to be well-rounded. Okay, next thing. So I wanted to talk about this is kind of a good lead off because we were just talking about first person versus third person, but I wanted to talk about a little bit about equipment. This could be clothing and armor, things like that. So, in Avatar, traditionally, and I'll kind of branch off. I just had a thought, but traditionally, the benders are gonna have light armor. They're gonna have light, like robes and like leather and things like that. Things that are not gonna restrict their movement because they need to be quick, agile, especially airbenders and firebenders. I mean, earthbenders could possibly have armor because they're kind of doing quick, choppy, kind of like bold, stocky movements. But for waterbenders, no. Airbenders, no. Firebenders, no. Maybe earthbenders. But, I mean, for benders in general, probably going to want to wear light gear, robes, things like that. For non-benders, like for citizens, bosses, monsters, things like that, or non-bending characters, which non-benders should be equally as good as the bending characters. So, if you want to make a non-bending account or something on the game, then you'll be able to. But I think so benders should have like light clothing and oh jeez, sorry about that. So benders are gonna have light clothing. They're gonna have robes, things like that, and robes won't necessarily be worse than armor protection wise. Maybe like the robes. I mean, if we're gonna go into stats here for the stuff, maybe like robes could have just as good like as protection or attack um as the armor. But I'm thinking possibly like if you're a non-bender and you wear bender's clothes, it won't give you like maybe the protection will be less because you're a non-bender. Or vice versa, if you're a bender and you're wearing armor or something, it'll restrict your movement. I don't know. Depends how it works. I'm just throwing out ideas, and that's what these videos are about. It's just throwing out ideas. But I think what else I wanted to talk about, and I know this video is already 12 and a half minutes, but and congratulations if you made it this long. But I wanted to talk a little bit about like item slots. So this is where your pieces, your gear would go. So there'd be, traditionally there's like a headpiece, a chest piece, legs, boots, maybe gloves, possibly, maybe like a cape or something, a cape slot, or like a necklace slot or something like that. And then maybe like I don't know, a jewelry slot. I'm just throwing out ideas. But things like this would be, how the game would work, and I think this would be the best idea. Okay, so that is all for this video. Leave your comments below. I mean, I do appreciate likes and subscriptions to my channel, but the most important thing, I really like comments, because comments are personalized. I like to see people's comments and their thoughts on my videos. Alright, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Thank you all for watching, and bless you if you made it to the end of this. It's been 14 minutes. Alright, until next time, guys. See ya.